Hi, what's up? Welcome to Purgatory, my garage, where everything comes in, nothing comes out. Everything comes in here to pretty much die. But I'm just going to go over what I got going on. I'm not going to peck away at anything in this video. I'm just going to update you on all the things I got going on and all my messes behind me. Basically, I've been working on this 73, well, working on it being subjective, but looking up parts, taking the time on my phone, scouring the internet, picking on people for parts. It kind of counts as working on it to me because I don't want to do all that stuff. But I'm finally at the point where I got enough stuff to where I can get the bike all together. Saying that, today I got a package in the mail. I'm going to go over all these parts, but I got parts in the mail from Lowbrow Customs. They do 20% off a lot of times. It's been far and few in between these days, but I snagged one, don't tell them, and basically took taxes off, but that's whatever, that's good enough for me. So let me go over it. So right now my 73 has an oil bag with the oil filter attached to it as of now. And I don't really want to deal with any of that stuff. I don't want to have any lines going in my oil tank anymore. I just want to have the kind that go in from the top, out at the bottom. I'll come across that someday. And saying that, I got an oil kit that goes, I'm going to put it where the primary belt is, in between the whole belt setup. And then I got the little bracket to go with it. So I'm gonna just shelf this, put it in the stash, and when I find the right oil bag, which I think someone's got one, but I'm gonna get it all put together and run it first and figure it all out before I get this crazy. But yeah, this is a pretty cool kit. Check it out. I don't know how gnarly the light is. You gotta buy the bracket, which is kind of a pain. They should just put it in there, but who am I to tell them what or what not to do? The other thing is I bought these Weld-on cast tabs for my frame for when I find a place to put my feet. I'm gonna weld these on. I don't know if this is good enough to show you, but I'm gonna put these on and put the little S in there, little bend, and then have the peg come out. So that's going to be down the road. Builtwell had this, and I have a Builtwell light, so I bought this for $5 on their website for sale. This is going to go on my sissy bar. That's going to be another funny one. I don't know why I did this, but there it is. Could be a loss. I got plugs you make yourself, spark plug wire. I was looking this up. This is something you should learn. So I got a points kick only bike. You need the 7mm solid core. Solid core. Make sure you get that. Everyone told me not to screw that up because you can get the kind with like silicone in them or something, or around them or whatever. 8mm. You want that for like electronic bike, if you have EFI or something, or a new bike. Yeah, make sure you get the right ones, but this is cool. Cut the length, make it yourself. Hopefully I don't screw it up. And I've heard people always screw these up, so I probably should have bought more little golden connections. The other thing is I got a bracket, voltage regulator mount from Gasbox. I was gonna make one, but stainless, I need to buy a big sheet of stainless. But because this is stainless and Gasbox always has like good stainless, I just bought it. It's cheap enough, and I really need that. And saying that, regulator's over there. I already showed you in another video, but the regulator and stator I got in a combo. And I got the last piece of the puzzle, just a coil, just a 5-ohm coil, no frills, the one you always see on every Shovelhead. Really don't want to take it out because I want to keep it nice and new. already lost something. But yeah, just a 5 ohm coil. Drag Specialties, not the best, but not the worst. Yeah, pretty solid mail day. And then I looked all over the place, and Amazon was the only real place that had this headlamp. Had this headlight bracket for dirt cheap. Probably can't see it. But I made a tab that comes out and put the square light on. And I would want it inside the, how do I say this? I want it inside the tube rails instead of it sticking out. So I wanted this inside, and then I can put the light on there. But I'll talk to you about that in a minute. Probably not going to end up using this. I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll figure that out. As of now, the 73 is going good. It's I got all these parts, and I was trying to source some other stuff, but I had something else come up. That 81 is kicking my butt. The 81 stroker is definitely, I'm over it. The other day I kicked it over. I kick, couldn't get it started. And then I checked the points. They were clean. Oil was blowing past the seal in there before, causing it not to work. Bone dry, thank God. And then what did I do? I can't remember. Oh, I checked the spark plugs, and they were bone dry. They weren't getting all wet, or they weren't fouled. And so I checked the points gap, the spark plug gap, and it was a 0.040. And so I was looking it up, and I need it to be 0.030 or less than that. So I put it down to 0.028, and it's, I wouldn't say that made it fire up, but once I started figuring out where it would start coughing, messing with the carb and stuff, it started firing up right away. But the motor sounded like it was in a washing machine still. So I kicked it, and got it running, and it sat at idle, and it actually sounded pretty good. And I let it idle, and then I stood the bike up, sat on it, and tuned it that way, because I kept tuning it on its side, and then when I'd stand it up, it'd be weird. But I didn't do too much because I got to get it warm first. So I was able to actually get it down the street about a block before it died. And then I had to kick it, and oil was coming out of the crankcase breather tube like crazy, and then out of the left side of the case. Got it started, went for a rip, was taking it easy, barely got into second gear, just kind of kept it easy, and it was running pretty good actually. I just didn't want to hammer on it, and I was watching the pressure gauge, and it just kept getting better and better and better. And then I'd stop every bit, tune it, like just reach down, tune it while it's sitting up, and you can gauge how well your bike's running by the PSI gauge. So instead of just tuning it by ear, I usually look at the PSI gauge, and it goes down to like 12 or whatever it is, and it's banging off 12, and it was super happy, and you can go even lower than that. And I did that, and it was great. And then I started ripping around, and I kept it easy because it's covered in oil, like the rear tire is, so I can't really do too much. So I'm going up and down the road straight, 35 at the most, just getting the motor hot. It's definitely getting hot. And I pull over, kind of mess with the tune again, and it's just putting really good. It sounded really tingy though, like tick, 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 like it's not getting oil. I look to the left side, and the bottom jug is just leaking. I'll put a video in here.
What the hell? Base gaskets are leaking all crazy. That sucks.
So yeah, that's when I got back, and I realized that the base gasket is leaking somehow. So I shelved that idea, and I started kicking that oil out, and I drained as much as I could out, which there was like nothing left really in the oil bag. And then I filled the oil bag back up, and I pulled the feed off, got the air out, put it back in, got it running, and it just sounded horrible. And took the oil filter off and just let it just come out again. And I had a buddy over, and it was kind of nice to have somebody see the heinous mess, but it was just water coming out. So I'm thinking that the water's just sitting above the oil and kind of maybe coming out a little bit. But man, I'm just over it. It's just so frustrating. So I'm trying to get the water out, and apparently there's way more water than I thought there was. It's just endless water coming out with the oil. And then I kill it, and I decide, screw it, I'm going to take the nose cone off. I really didn't want to. And I take that off, and it doesn't seem that bad. It does seem like moist in there, like water moist, not oil. So I clean it out, I drain it, and for some reason I thought there was a hole that goes from the flywheel side to the cam side, and there's a little tiny hole, but it's not like a hole I could just like suck the stuff out of it, and that's the side is holding a bunch of water. So I'm doing all this, trying to figure it out, and I can't figure it out. I don't have anything here to suck the water out. I mean, it's a WD-40 straw, small. So I was using that. I sucked on it a few times, but I think it just goes in the hole and hits the flywheel. I need something to snake down. Of course, it's up high, so that means there's like a little level of crap I can't get to. So I'm doing all that, and then I'm reading about it on my phone like an idiot. Chopper GPT in it, see what that stupid thing says, and all roads lead to the breather gear that I have in there. And I've tried to take it out before, but it wouldn't come out, and I figured it was all bound up because of the pushrod tubes on the cam. Jesus Christ. So I'm fussing with it, I'm trying to pull it out, and it keeps stopping. And it goes like an eighth of an inch out, stops, click, 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 click. And then I get the cam off of it and figure out that that thing's not even touching it, and it's just stuck in there. I'm kicking it over with my hand on the kicker, and it's just, I'm moving it around, trying to get it out so it's stuck. And have to get the water out of there too and just clean it out or whatever. And I couldn't do it. I'm fussing. And I just said, screw it. I'm fucking done with this bike. So I sat there, I thought about it, milled around all night last night. I filmed another video doing these tabs. I finished that. Get my mind off that piece of shit over there. But that's it. I feel pretty defeated. You can call me a wuss or whatever. But I'm done with that thing. That's a waste of time. I'd rather ride. I spent the whole past year working on that thing. It's basically embarrassing at this point. I might just sit on that bike, that motor, and if I find somebody, I'll just tear it apart, give somebody the bottom end, let them blow it apart, check all the specs on it, get it all dialed in, put it back together, and then I'll put the top end back on, redo all that, and that'll be another year. I'm not doing it this year. I mean, I'll even tarp it and put it out in the shed, so I don't ever have to look at it. So yeah, that's a bummer, but on to newer, better things. I want to get some riding miles in this year. Tired of not riding, and it'd be cool to have a chopper to ride. That 81 was fun to ride. It was comfortable. I made it to be like perfect for me, the way it sat. It just sucks. I bought all those parts for it. They're all expensive. And I just kept freaking buying parts and throwing at that thing. So it's a bummer. It's come to this. But it's gotten to the point where I'm just going to keep fussing with it, and I don't want to. I want to fuss with stuff that runs, and I'm neglecting all my other bikes. Speaking of that, I rode my Sportster today, jamming around town, which was nice, and the weather's been super nice, which is crazy from around here. But that thing, it needs, I need to take the starter out. The gasket's all torched, so it leaks freaking primary fluid out. And then I got a new clutch basket, or I found one, so I need to do put a new clutch basket in, the new to me clutch basket in, because that starts really weird. And yeah, the gaskets, put that back all together. And the motor mounts that hold the bracket, the two in the top of the head with the bracket that goes on, they both won't move. I don't know if they got like vibrated this way, but I can't get those out, and I need to because they're not tight. They'll tighten down, but then they stop at a certain point coming out. I got to fix that, and it just needs maintenance. It's just got a lot of little things. I built that bike 3-4 years ago, and it's been ridden hard, so it just needs to be paid attention to. The reason why I really need to do the primary side this week is what I really need to do is because I want to take it to a chopper show coming up, and I'll put that somewhere on the screen. I'm going to take that to San Fran. The weather's looking like it's going to be super nice, so I might even ride all the way there. I don't know, be a hipster, get a hotel, and there's a show on Saturday the night before. I'll put that up here. I'm going to go to that, and then in the morning I'll go to the chopper show, and then I'll do a loop and out in that area, and then I'll call it a day and then ride back on Monday, I think is the plan. But so that'll be a video coming out, going to the chopper show, maybe even doing that primary. Yeah, lots of other little things to talk about, but I'll save it for the next time. Let me know if you like these little checkup videos. I'm just trying to do something. Well, I got to get better at talking, number one, and being filmed to a magical square, which is you. And I don't know, I'll figure it out. But let me know what you think. I'll learn how to talk. I'll learn how to do it better. Get some lighting, get a cool backdrop. And yeah, see you on the next one. Peace.